here. And for those who were like, I just wanted RimWorld, I do apologize. The point wasn't meant to be a bait and switch. You just happened to raid in as my colony died. So with that said, for those who haven't seen Everything is Crab, this is a roguelite game. Basically the premise is you start as a little slime, you eat things, you get like DNA points or whatever, and then it goes, okay, cool, you did this. Do you want like better teeth or whatever? And you get to choose like between 3 options. And you choose your option, you get a little bit better, and you proceed. There are challenge modes where you go through and they'll be like, oh, well, everything is the desert. Okay, everything's big and scary. Now everything's cold and all that kind of stuff. This one is you literally don't have any attacks, but as you accomplish these, you get new things that can show up in the game to give you more interesting evolutions and all that. That said, we're going to go and start ourselves a brand new one. I'm going to just go for the hardest difficult we've got. So you start here, and each time you go up, it's like the enemies do more damage, they have more life, tougher bosses, whatever. So now we're going to have increased environmental damage, and bosses are protected at the start of the fight and after each enragement. So that's interesting because one of the things you could definitely do in this game before is just throw damage and burn the boss. Okay, we also get to choose 3 of these, so we can choose Patience, where we gain an ability of skipping evolutions. When an evolution is skipped this way, it increases the rarity chance of every evolution in the next level. This to me feels like a nothing burger that I would just not use. Independent means I don't need to kill bosses for evolution stuff. And this makes it so things nearby take more damage overall. So that one's like got some utility. I'm going to take this one where we're not depending on bosses for those. Chosen means my 3rd evolution will just guarantee legendary evolutions. Pacifist means I do half the damage, but I evolve faster. Starting sets are randomized. I think we're going to go with Pacifist and Independent. It's been a while since I played. Alright. So we increase how often food drops and is turned into health food. And health food, if I recall correctly, increases my maximum hit points. So getting that immediately is a pretty good one. Okay, so we can choose to get Carnivore. So Carnivore would give me more aggressive traits and makes it when I eat meat or thing there. So for being a pacifist, well, pacifist just reduces damage. It doesn't mean you're actually going to be pacifist. I do think I'm going to choose the thing to get mushrooms to be noticeable. I can eat mushrooms to get stuff as well. Alright. So we can get scales. Also, as you do stuff and become crab, it actually makes the game more difficult, but then there's all sorts of other perks. I'm not really loving any of these. Because this prevents crab. And also scales is more for heat. Let's get the Cortex for better abilities. So, eating mushrooms I can't trust. We can get dodge and senses. Okay, we poisoned ourselves. Alright, this also gives me poison resistance. Let's go ahead and lean in on that. Get another mushroom I can't trust. I'm pretty sure I poisoned myself a second time. Okay, so we can get saliva for regeneration. I can do this to guarantee I get an evolution, like a legendary evolution, but I don't get to choose it. I think I'm gonna go with saliva for the life regen and faster eating. Eating our questionable mushroom, and we'll chase that with the questionable mushroom. Diurnal. Increases the duration of daytime by 8 seconds for all damage dealt during it. Okay. So I do more damage during the day, and when I do damage during the day, I also increase the day length. That certainly is a thing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and eat that for some random stats. We got plating to make ourselves a little bit tankier. So we can get the stinger and lean into that. I'm going to take the stinger just because right now I don't have a second attack, and that at least gives me 2 things to work with. Okay, and we can give ourselves regeneration. I'm not going to worry about courting. I think we'll grab stomach next. We have poisoned ourselves yet again. We'll take a full level of progress. Okay, so let's grab the spit. We can get the cheek pouches. Alright, so we can get a bunch of different stuff now. We get arms or legs, and they'll have bonuses. I'm going to grab arms this time. Okay, we got attack area we can increase. There's a mushroom. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get the stinger because we get toe beams that we can't crab. So pneumatic is for all that stuff. Give ourselves more poison resist because I'm going to be poisoning myself a lot, I suspect. Okay, and we can give ourselves environment resistance. Okay, so we can get Outlier. Take Outlier in this one. Donor, which I'm not going to use. Alright. Now we got ourselves a bunch of bonuses here. So let's go and try and get all these question marks. Okay, we get another level in Saliva. And we can grab you. Another full level. There's another level in arms. So now you got some beefy muscle arms. We definitely need to get legs of some kind, because we're definitely not moving very fast. There's another full level. Yeah, let's go ahead and lean in on the Saliva. And thank you again for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna use this to level everything up once, so we can get another round of Saliva even higher. Flying way too close to the sun with some of those mushrooms. I was gonna say, I didn't feel like we had a good shot there. Specializations are triggered one level earlier. I don't really know what that means. Grandiose means the bigger we get, the more stuff. Yeah, no, the cats I usually don't have a problem with, but in that particular case, because I had given myself so little mobility, I didn't really have what I needed to get away from it. Alright. So, we can go for some strong hits with self-damage. You get antenna, so you can be a little bit more towards crab. Okay. Let's get ourselves a whole bunch of festering boils. Okay, we can get an exoskeleton, so we can get a bit more crab. And we've again poisoned ourselves. Let's see. If damage physical ability, nah. Probably not what I'm gonna worry about too much, but we'll grab it anyways. Question mark down here. I think this time we'll get legs if it's an option. Oh, I don't think I've seen this tree. So increase a random stat, increase physical damage, or increase ability damage. We'll go ahead and get our snoot, so that we might better consume mushroom. I'm gonna go for the cheek pouches to make it a little bit easier to keep food with me as we go. Okay, poison resistance, since we're eating lots of poisonous mushrooms. Get forager for health foods. Okay, we've got feeding speed is the stat we boosted. Oh, this is a dangerous one. Okay, we can get the exoskeleton. Generation. It did spawn the boss. I'm in serious trouble because I'm slowly freezing to death. Sure. Ah. I was freezing to death and all that, and just couldn't get around. Sometimes it changes that to not giving you the 2 choices and instead getting you the 1. Alright. Sure, we'll just randomize. But definitely didn't do a great job on that one. Okay. Okay, we can get shell. Let's see, you only get the 2 choices if you reach the last, the first boss in your last run. Ah! Okay, I wasn't aware of that. We're probably dead. Yeah. I got stuck chasing them around and we just froze to death. And for the record, we've escalated to a decent amount up here. Scavenger. So we get extra XP from... Interesting. So we get extra XP when we eat stuff from things that I personally didn't kill. Go chunk. Okay, I should probably take this. Let's lock in more mass as well. And we'll get a tail. Okay, so we can get horns or antlers. The horns will penetrate defenses. Let's get the horns, so at least I have 2 attacks. Okay. Considering we have tail, there's a good chance we might end up charming stuff later. Which will give me a lot of opportunity for extra stuff from Scavenger. And I guess we'll just keep taking Scavenger. More chunk. Okay, so we can increase the mushroom spawn rate or get extra tips to poison. I think I'm going to go, more mushrooms. Okay, I think Body Slam could be good. Attack penalty. Movement speed penalty applied for executing while attack. I probably... Like, this is a legendary version. I'll grab that. Okay, well, I tried. I'm not going to do Burrower, so I'll take Fungoid. Eat the dodgy mushroom, because whether or not it poisons me, it always gives me XP. Okay, we can get another level in that one at its max. Okay, so what we're doing is we keep grabbing these mushrooms because they're... free XP. We'll go and grab the level in the horns. Okay, so we can get saliva here. Or more senses. I think in this case... Well, we'll go with the more eyes. Both are really good. I got baited hard. Okay. So, none of these are the ones I was hoping for. So, okay. This is just your one where you can go for the bigger one. Vegetation rate. Increase the amount of trees, mushrooms nearby generate on terrain. Alright, we're gonna go for the pollinator. You just lean in on eating entirely too many mushrooms. Okay, we can go for... Oh, actually... antenna, so we're slightly more crab. Please. Please. Alright, we need to calm down with our shoveling any and all mushrooms we see into our mouth. Alright, more fungoid. I should have leveled that up. Where did that cat go? Okay, so we have whining, so we have a chance to charm things when I get hit. Get back here, cat. Cat's too fast and furious. Alright. More damage to the horns. I need to remember to use the upgrade. Continue to eat everything we can find. Fungoid. Oh, let's level that up again. Cool. So each tick of poison, or each poison tick can charm enemies. On damage, reduce the fungoid's next spawn by 5 seconds. On damage, that include poison. So if I poison myself, I should be able to do some wild things with that. Let's increase our social. We can get our exoskeleton plating. Be slightly more crab. Get out of the desert before the boss triggers. So we maxed out. Okay, both those mushrooms there are considered lethal. I jumped into that. And I died to mushrooms. The thing that hurt me more than anything else was mushroom. You learned today that lethal mushrooms do damage through 100% poison resistant. Well, I thought most of the things in the game couldn't actually get you. So we're gonna go for independent, where we gain stuff even without bosses. 15% to all damage and progress for each empty attack. Dash and ultimate slot. Start without dash equipped. Increase amounts of points of interest. Okay. So we can go for the peck ability. You could eat the stingy and poison mushroom just fine. You had that perk, increased poison damage. Yeah, no, there's definitely cool things you can do. Let's go for the beak. I haven't done the beak very many times. Okay, let's get the antenna. Because crab. If I was going to try and tangle that, I was going to tangle with it on land. I didn't want to mess it in the water. Alright, we'll take regenerative tissue, so I have life regen. Okay, we've got more mushrooms. That's a refreshing mushroom. Okay. So we can go for a combination of beak and stinger. Let's just go for the more eyes, I think. Because if going for the beak, I did find I really like the talons to go with the beak. They just worked really well together. Okay, so if we eat fish, we get substantially more progress. We can get bonuses for eating vegetables. And that'll lean more towards evasion. Okay, we can get diurnal, because I haven't messed with that yet much. We'll get whining so that we have a chance to charm. Let's get more antenna. Because with my setup, I'd like to set up with another fast melee attack. Because set up with a fast melee attack, we can jump on these and just... There, that's what it's holding out for. Because this is the, like, throw damage strategy where we jump on something and we just go ham. We'll grab the tail. Oh. I charmed that one and immediately started killing it. We could go for elusive. I'm gonna go with cheek pouches. So I can grab stuff on the go. Okay. Alright, so with what we got here, I'm going to go ahead and grab for the arms, because that goes towards crab. Yeah, bosses happen on a timer. That's actually what this is up here, is this is slowly filling in. When it hits that point, then it's boss time. I got swarmed and couldn't move in the water. Well, we're doing great on this one. Independent, that's fine. Yeah, no, like, it's funny, before we got to this, this stretch, I really didn't have any problems. We were, like, making fast progress. To be fair, I've also taken a couple weeks off of the game. Let's go for the saliva. Give ourselves some range pretty soon. There's Trunk. We're on danger level, I believe it was 7. So not really that high. I think part of it is I'm being very greedy and I'm eating every mushroom I see. So I end up really getting myself near death for no reason. Sure, I'll go for the dodge. Oh, let's make some great life choices. Let's grab this first. For the adaptation. Forger. Okay. We can take the shell. Grab the spit. Grab another round of the shell. Okay. We can make ourselves poison resistance, which I think we will. Sharpen. Increases the damage dealt by every contact attack for 15 seconds. Scales of the Predator. Okay, well, I'm not sure what they consider by a contact attack. Okay, so it's anything executed with melee range. Sure, I'll grab it just because I can. And so you like that they pop up concept definitions like that? Yeah, no, absolutely. You stuck in 7 for a while. The main problem is you're playing too aggressive. Yeah, no, we did one where we were pacifist with rumination and a whole bunch of other stuff, and yeah, it got wild. Like, just how ridiculously overleveled we got. We'll go for plating. Okay. So we can get Ruminant. Ruminant does mean we gain more XP. That's 5 times whatever our passive affinity value is. So that's going to be 20 XP every 10 seconds as long as I'm not taking damage or whatever it is. Let's go for random stat. Let's Gamba. 10% physical. Random stat. So 5% reduced cooldowns. We need to get out of the water. I do not have the mobility for this. Sure. Well, that's based on that. I need to get out of the water badly. Okay, and... Get wrecked. Alright. Let's go for the stomach. Because again, the more I get the prey affinity, the more and more I will, be able to get just free XP. Is there a flee timer for the bosses? Yeah, when the time runs out, the boss will let you go. It'll kind of run off, do its own thing. Go ahead and pay to evolve stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get better eyes. So that counts as a type of prey thing. Increased life regen. And grab Forager. The max hit point or ability damage. Let's go for max hit point. Stop bullying me. Alright, so I don't think I want to use sprinting on this. It gives me extra speed. Yeah, that'd be in place of my dash. Nah, the cats roughed me up, but I couldn't get away from them. So we'll do specializations early. More points of interest. Eat the dodgy mushroom. Okay. Go for faster feeding out of those. We can go for the dodge. More dodge. Just eating everything we can. Alright, so we'll go for the saliva. Trying to go for it. Go elusive again. Basically, I'm leaning all in on the prey and just kind of hoping for ruminant. Which is definitely not a smart strategy, I don't think. Because if I don't get ruminant, I'm putting myself in a very significant situation. Okay, we'll have forager. Let's see, All Prey is actually really strong as long as you get the XP perk. Yeah. So, I can grab this for the social and all that. Okay, that was rough. Okay, we can get Scavenger again for more prey icons. Oh, there's so much food laying on the ground here. All of these are good. Let's grab the... Back off. It's my food. We can get Snoot. In hindsight. I should have grabbed... Oh my god, please. I should have grabbed the upgrade thing. Come on, let me get to the question mark. So the big problem I have now is I have basically next to no combat ability. And it is boss time. Come on. Alright, so let's get the legs. Because you're almost dead. Come on. I say, got you that low. I want my reward. Herbivore, we're gonna rank it up. But should you let someone else kill and scab bonus for you? Yeah, no, I mean, but that's assuming I get lucky and I have something roll by that does kill it. Okay, we can get the exoskeleton. Alright, so we can get our level and legs. My temptation is to go with the snoop. Let's get the legs. So let's go a little bit more crab. But you all fight, I'm just gonna eat what you left behind. Okay. Alright, so that was a lot of effort there. Okay, so we can get the antenna more. We can also get this one, which will give us some cold adaptation and all that. Get just a little bit chunk on ourselves. I appreciate you can bait them into fighting each other. Okay. Let's get the cheek pouches so I can grab food on the run by now. And get Scuttle. All right. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Okay, I don't think we chased that one. I think we let that one go. Because that hurt a lot. Okay, so Ruminant is what we're grabbing. Because we've got a lot invested in Prey. So if we can go 10 seconds without taking any damage. Yeah, I'm ticking up like 50 plus XP per tick. Oh, hey. Thanks, man. I'll take my freebie. Right. So let's upgrade you. Runs where you get 0 weapons by this point are so rare. We're gonna go ahead and grab the Scavenger. We're gonna grab Saliva. Gonna grab Stomach. We'll grab Shifty. Herbivore. We can go... So the goal here is to not get hit. If I get hit, it resets the speed of my XP. If I can bait stuff into hitting each other, it's even better. Let's see. I'm not going to use Borrower, but sure. More Herbivore. More eyes. Yeah, just each tick when it finally lands is the whole thing. Alright, let's get her snout. Increase your speed at night based on your thing. Alright, let's go ahead and do the increases our speed at night. And our ability to see stuff. Let's see. Provider. We don't actually care about any of these this time. Would you back off? Okay, grab full level of XP. More levels in Prey. More levels in Prey. More XP, or more health. And our level in Snout. We can get Outlier, that'll be good legendary, which gives me reach. And we can get Molting. Oh, I didn't accident. Ah, it's fine. I failed to equip it. We can get another level of Herbivore. We can get another level in Ruminant. Okay, Spider, I assume? Well, in this, I do want the Molting to be equipped and use that here in a minute. That's the first hit damage since we got Ruminant. Okay, we can get Shell. Please. Oh, thank goodness. Let's grab this and get the heck out of this place. Alright, so we can grab arms. We got a whole throwdown going over here. Gonna try and grab all the meat we can. I need the tail wag thing where I just have a chance of charming things nearby entirely. Alright. Maxed out herbivore. Give. It's all mine. A bit more charm. So I can bait them into attacking each other. Okay, this time I need to do that correctly. Okay. I don't know if and or when I'm ever gonna get a chance to use that. But sure. That was not worth it. Go away, cats. Oh, please. All right. There's no level in ruminant. No level in arms. No level in exoskeleton. It seems like the odds that I charm are pretty abysmal. We get small. And small. And pincer makes us slightly more crab. Oh, give. And more small. We'll molt really fast while we're in the clear. Okay, we're getting more people charmed. That's good. More levels of pincer. Random stat. More social. Another level on pincers. Alright, so we're getting ready to face the end here. I'm not feeling too confident in it. We took a hit immediately. So we want that if we keep getting this, we should be able to keep increasing our XP gains. Let's see, is becoming more crab yourself a good thing? It actually makes it harder. But you know, you have to become crab. We can get a hump, which gives us permanent XP bonus. Right now, at this point, I think we just keep going for the resistance, because what'll happen is we'll start having meteors shower down on us. Okay. Scavenger, I guess. Oh, we actually took a hit there, so 10 seconds we're not getting more XP. You suck! Alright, we got back out of the corner. I was getting pinched in there where I couldn't move. And we won by being small and just dodging until the meteors just kept hitting. Alright. Pressure 8. Health, food, healing reduced. Final boss starts with 1 additional attack modifier. We start working our way doing Precious. Unlocked after beating the game on the highest pressure. Well, that's going to be a while. Unlocked after beating the game on pressure 10. Okay, Stubborn, pressure 15. Those are literally all just beating the game more. So we did knock that one out. Oh, let me quickly prevent the ad from playing. But yeah, so that was some more Everything is Crab, which I very much enjoy. I think that's a great game to kind of, you know, wrap the stream up since we did die in our Rimworld colony, and it was just like, okay, there's just not enough time to get another colony going and all that. As a reminder, we'll be back here. Let's see, 72% completion in Beyond Worlds. Highest high score was for the word foggy, which was 61 trillion and 2 billion. Beyond Words. I actually don't know that one. But there is time to become crab. Right, exactly. There wasn't enough time to like start a Rimworld colony, but there's definitely like, because we managed to get like what, 3 or 4 runs. You finally got a pacifist winning crab. Yeah, no, pacifist is actually pretty strong. It's just getting ruminant and then getting enough pacifist, like enough mobility and pacifist. Like a lot of the passives gives you dodge, which does help a lot. But with all that said, what we can go ahead and do from here is we're going to be wrapping up. So if you have enjoyed tonight's content, don't forget to drop a follow that we can find our way back here in the future. As a reminder, we will be back here tomorrow. And this next stream is going to be a charity stream for Hope for the Day, a charity that is around destigmatizing mental health, as well as suicide prevention and all that kind of good stuff. I got a lot of fun, ridiculous stuff that is things I have never done anything nearly as unhinged on this channel so far as milestone goals and all that. So that should be a lot of fun. And the next day we're going to be checking out the Town to City 1.0 update. Yeah, and the charity one, I think I'm going to do Paralyzed, because I just realized that's coming out that day, and I was like, because originally I was expecting to still be in the Rimworld run, and I was like, oh man, Rimworld is probably not a good match for a charity. But that resolved itself, because insects popped a hole and let manhunters in. Anyways, with all that said, what is going to end up happening is if you're over on the YouTube side, the stream is going to be coming down because they don't have a host ready over there, but thank you so much for tuning in. And for everyone over here on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and put up my ending stream screen and see who we can find to drop a raid on.